Let's talk about short stories. Short stories helps you exercise your writing. It helps you learn about different characters that you might have in a novel. And it also lets you experiment with different writing styles without dedicating yourself to an entire project like a novel. So those are only 3 reasons why you should be writing short stories. There are tons more out there. Today, I'm going to give you some tips that helped me start writing short stories. And afterwards, I'm going to show you the cover for my new novel, Loading Life. So let's get started. Tip number 1, get ideas. If you're a writer like me, you'll get random ideas throughout the day. Write them down. I always keep a pen and a paper with me. I always write them down. If I don't have any type of paper, like small notebook or something like that, I at least have a pen and I write it on my hand. So write your ideas down. And if you're one of those people who, ideas don't come naturally, or you just have a hard time thinking, it's like, what would be really cool for people to read? Go on the internet. Don't spend 3 hours browsing Twitter and doing Twitter things and Facebook and all that. You might get an idea, but you're probably just wasting time. No offense, internet. It's not you. Okay, it's definitely you, internet. What I do when my brain is kaput, or just in my off time, I go to Pinterest and I just put in writing ideas and they pop up with everything. So, try that. Step number 2, be precise. You only have about 8,000 words to have an entire story, a beginning, middle, and end, right? Be precise. You may think those 8,000 words is a whole lot to deal with, and oh my gosh, that's so much room to do things. It's not. It really isn't. Think of novels today. Huge novels. 5,000 words. Think of novelettes, the tinier versions of novels. 25 to 3,000 words. Those encase entire stories. Right? 8,000 words? Nothing. Step 3. Hook your reader with a great first line. With short stories, you only have 1 line to get your readers hooked into reading the rest of it. Think of YouTube videos. They only have 1 image that they show before someone's like, no, I don't like this. Skip or click on it. It's a bunny. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's Jacksepticeye. Oh my god, I'm gonna watch that video. You've seen them. You're probably one of them. I'm one of them. But that's not the point. The point is that first line is crucial. Don't worry about it in the beginning. Just write your story out and all that. And then afterwards, after you've cleaned it up and it looks really good and you polish the short story, go back to that first line and be like, okay, what's gonna get people to read this? Try to sum up the situation like, I never knew I would die stocking produce. That catches people, and you're like, okay, why are you gonna die stocking produce? What's happening? Is it zombie apocalypse? Is it like something else? So make sure that line is very good bait, so you can hook those new readers in and drag them in. Just don't cut them and eat them. That's kind of gross. Fish analogy over. Ew. Step 4, cut the excess language. You don't need that many adverbs. You know that, right? You do. The point of a short story is that you don't go on forever. It's short. It's in the name. I should know. I'm short. Very short, very precise. And it goes back to being precise. So keep it short, keep it simple, keep it sweet. Yeah. Step 5, write the core story in 1 setting. So your first draft of this short story, just sit down and write it all, Don't worry about, keeping it short. Don't worry about being precise. Just go for it. Because if you can write it all down in 1 setting, it's going to feel better. It's not like a novel where, it's a huge project and you have to be like, okay, I can't write 100,000 words in a day. I just can't. So I'm going to break it up. Da-da-da-da-da. But with a short story being 8,000 or less, you can write that in 1 setting. What I would do is just have like a list. Okay, this is the idea I have, and this is kind of where I want it to go. Let's see how about this, and I'll keep it on my side, and then I'll just type, and I'll be done. So that's what I would do. Yeah. Step 6, Reread your story in a different font. So this one has to do with editing, of course. What you need to do is, after you've written it, take some time away, maybe an hour, maybe a few hours, maybe a day, whatever feels a little bit right. Then go back to it, and in your Word document, change all the font to something readable, but something crazy. Don't just keep it in Arial or Times or anything like that. Because reading your story in a different font allows you to catch your grammar mistakes, catch your spelling mistakes, and just to analyze the text in general in a different way of thinking. Step 7, publish it. You have to put your short story out there, whether it's on fanfiction.net, whether it's on KDP Select, whether it's just on your website. Shameless plugging here. But no matter how you get it out there, get it out there. You will never be able to become a better writer unless you let people see your work. That's how you do it. That's why I put my short stories on my website. I want you all, and I want everyone else to see them, be like, oh, well, I didn't like this. And I'm like, okay, why? Why didn't you like it? Was it the story? Was it the characters? Was it my writing style? What can I do to improve on my writing? Because that's why I'm here. I want to improve on my writing. I want to get better. And the only way you get better is by having people be like, well, maybe if you do this, And if you're worried about someone saying, oh, I hate it, it's disgusting, oh, you're terrible at writing. You know what you do to people like that? Nothing, you just ignore them. Because if they're not going to help you, then why should you care? So, I hope to see short stories from you all, and I hope you read my short stories. And there will be more short stories out, I promise. And I hope all these tips really did work and really did help you all. And now, for the special time, yay! Here is the cover for my book, Loading Life. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! There it is. Don't you love it? It's beautiful, right? Please don't hate me. And as always, see y'all later, alligators. Bye. And just to analyze the text in a different way. And just to analyze the text in a different thought altogether.